even unmeasured. There, I'll put that in. See how I did that? Yeah, I'm with the Professional and Technical Engineers Union, but I'm really here because I'm also the chair of Labor's Caucus on Single Payer. So that's what I bring to you. And we're very closely allied with the National Nurses Union in the fight for single payer. You know, Vanessa spoke so well about some of the problems that we all know, and nobody knows it better than nurses, the healthcare crisis we've got in this country. So in 2009, 2010, the Congress passed and the President signed a bill to address the healthcare crisis. How'd that work? Not so good, right? And so right now the Supreme Court is deliberating whether or not provisions of that bill are legal. Well, they're pretending to deliberate it. Their minds are all pretty much made up. We know that. You know, but I kind of look at provisions of that bill and think maybe our opponents on some of this have a little bit of a point. Because I think, you know, government insisting that people should be forced to buy insurance, that doesn't go anywhere near to fixing the healthcare problem in this country. We don't need health insurance. We don't want health insurance. What we want, what we need, what we deserve is guaranteed right to medical care, but needed medical care when it's needed from the richest country on the planet to every man, woman, and child who's a citizen of this country. That's what's needed. Every single person. Health care provided, not insurance. Medical care should be a guaranteed right to all of us, to the 99%, not just some luxury that's bestowed upon the privileged few who happen to be related to the rich bankers and corporate executives. You know, a 27-year-old woman who's told the horrifying news that she's got breast cancer should not be then told she's going to have to face a nightmare because her insurance company will not let her have the treatment and the medication and the procedures that she needs because they don't just feel like paying for it. She shouldn't worry about insurance. She needs medical care. A 50-year-old man hurt in his home should not have to suffer for the rest of his life because when he needed proper medical care and treatment, he couldn't afford it. He doesn't need insurance. He needs medical care. A combat veteran who's considering leaving the service and entering into private life should not, as part of his or her deliberations on going into furthering their career, think who's going to pay for their family's medical care costs, knowing that more and more employers aren't providing insurance like they used to, and those few that are pushing all of the costs onto the workers. That's why we in Labor are in favor of the Senator Sanders, Congressman McDermott plan for single-payer health care, that Medicare will be provided to every single citizen in this country. This has to be a guaranteed right for all of us. We know we're going to get opponents of this plan. We know that people will oppose it, and when they do, we will demand that Senator Reid insists if people are going to filibuster the plan, that they can't just announce the filibuster on Meet the Press. Tell them to go to the floor of the Senate and actually filibuster it. And then we're going to say anybody who stands out there and says they're opposed to it, any senator or congressman who opposed to it, they're going to lose their health insurance. Because why should they have it and we don't? Medical care is a right. It's part of our fight. We're fighting for the streets. We're fighting for our country. And part of medical care for every man, woman, and child in this country is part of that fight. We won't stop until the Sanders-McDermott plan is passed. Thanks.